Educators are finding creative ways to keep kids learning outside of the classroom. For one school district, that means bringing the library to kids directly where they're at. GMET's Marshall Farmer takes us inside the library on wheels.
What sounds like a normal school bus is a treasure trove of books for kids. Tyler ISD is traveling around the city of Tyler to reach kids through the Tyler Literacy Bus. While it runs year-round, most of its trips are during the summer, keeping kids learning outside of the classroom and getting to take home a book they choose for free.
We've probably handed out tens of thousands of books. They're able to take these books home with them, so they're building their at-home library, so even their younger siblings are going to have access to books too for years to come, and books for their parents to be able to read to them.
Over the past 3 years, the bus has added new educational tools like a doodling board and outdoor seating. They're also working to expand their selection of books throughout the year, giving kids a chance to keep learning.
I can get more books to read and entertain instead of just being on my phone all day.
And continue building community.
I think our community is just really blessed to have the literacy bus, that we're able to come out
One bus stop at a time. For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshall Farmer.
Now, if you're interested in donating books for the literacy bus, just go to KOTV or KTRE.com and click on the big red box. There you'll find info on what books they're requesting and help other kids continue learning throughout the year.